had to find someone that we knew who was an entrepreneur and ask them questions so we can learn more about entrepreneurship. And I thought you'd be perfect. So thank you for joining us.
You're correct.
Ready for question number 1?
Oh, minutes are perfect. And, I guess you can just fire away. I'm ready.
Okay.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
All right. How did you get into using bamboo, and how did you think of the idea to start Grass Rack? And later,
I'm sorry, my handwriting. Bodhi Rings later.
Bodhi Rings.
Okay. We actually got into bamboo because my business partner is a mechanical engineer, and he was doing some design work for a guy. I don't remember what product he was working on, but the guy wanted to look into different types of sustainable woods and plywoods and stuff like that. And they ended up going with bamboo because it was the most eco-friendly. It was, the strongest, and it basically was like the best material by far. So when we decided to launch Grass Racks, it was kind of an obvious choice for us because we are kind of eco-friendly guys, and it was, the best material for what we wanted to do. So bamboo was a really easy choice. It looked awesome. It was really strong. And then Grass Racks, we basically started because we had a ton of gear like skis and snowboards and surfboards and stuff. It was just kind of getting cluttered. We had all these open walls, and we were like mid-20s guys with no idea how to decorate. And we were like, why don't we just put boards up on the walls? So we went online and we looked for other racks that we could buy. And nothing really looked good. It didn't look like good quality. It didn't look like something we would want to put in our house. So we decided to design our own. And then when it comes to Bodhi Rings, basically we had all this extra material. So when we make our racks, we have all this extra material afterwards. And not that I'm a hoarder, but I just didn't want to throw it away because it was perfect material. So I ended up having this huge box in our warehouse, and finally my business partner, Andy, looked at me and he goes, "What are you going to do with all this stuff? There's so much bamboo." And I was like, "I don't know, I'm going to make it into stuff." So I was wearing a ring at the time that I bought when I was in Spain. And I thought it would be cool to make a bamboo ring. And that is where, we kind of created this zero waste initiative. So we wanted to turn all of our Grass Racks drop pieces or scrap into something functional. So I actually launched that on my own, Bodhi Rings. And I've been turning it into like cool cutting boards and rings. And I started designing some bamboo bow ties, which I'm going to launch probably next week. So. Yeah. Am I boring you already?
You're gonna have bamboo bow ties?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I have it on the site actually. They're pretty cool.
Oh, I have to check it out. So our next question is, how do you separate your businesses from your personal life?
Oh, I'm really bad at that. I basically just work all the time. Lately, I have a better work-life balance, but they kind of are one and the same for me. Like my businesses kind of are my life. When I'm out having fun with my friends or just relaxing, that's when I think of my best stuff. And kind of vice versa. When I'm doing stuff that I really like with a business is when I'm having fun as well. So the nice thing about Grass Racks is we work in like ski and surf industries. So kind of work trips for us would be doing a snowboarding trip to Colorado or going surfing in, wherever. So they're pretty intertwined, which is kind of cool.
I love Colorado.
I've been moving there as soon as I can.
That's awesome.
Or California.
What aspect of your companies are you most proud of? Probably
the foundations that we built them on. I think we make a really high quality product. High quality products, which is cool, but our mission is to make eco-friendly alternatives to stuff that's already out there. I think a lot of times now, people just look to save like 14 cents and shop on Amazon, and they don't care where stuff came from or, who made it or how it gets to them. But what we wanted to do is make something, it's definitely not going to be the cheapest, but it's going to be something that you get and you love, and it's a reasonable price and you can feel good about because it's not bad for the environment. So I'm really proud of that. I also think we have a great relationship with our customers. Until recently, I could remember, what every customer had purchased, which probably means we hadn't sold a lot at that point, but I would get calls from people and they're like, "Hey, it's Katie, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Oh, how do you like your longboard rack?" And she's like, "What? How did you remember that?" So yeah, definitely. I think the most important thing to us is, making good products in the right way, which is kind of a lost art anymore. So final answer.
Awesome.
Okay. So how long have you known that you've wanted to own your own business, and how did you get started? Once you had the idea, the basis and foundation of it. You kind of already answered it.
Yeah, no, I can always say more. I love to talk. So I knew I wanted to own my own business as soon as I thought about having a job. When I went to Malvern Prep, and when I graduated, I remember thinking about, all these people going out and getting jobs and somebody telling them what to do. And I was like, God, that sounds so awful. And this was before you see all these people that are famous and just kind of do whatever they want and get paid for it. That was kind of my idea of I'm going to do something completely different. And figure out how to monetize it. I didn't actually think I would be manufacturing something. I kind of thought I'd be more of some internet personality or something like that, but not there yet. So I just always wanted to do something different and improve on how things were done. And how we started actually was, so I lived in Spain for 2 years after I graduated from Penn State. And I was teaching English, and when I came back, Andy and I were just, he is a serial inventor. That's just what he does all the time. He sketches stuff out, and he's like, "Oh, I had an idea for this," and talking about that stuff. So he was an engineer and I was a marketing guy. Well, let's give some of your designs a shot. So that was kind of the beginning.
That's awesome. Can you speak fluent Spanish? Are you fluent in Spanish?
What?
Are you fluent in Spanish?
Sí.
Oh man, I take Italian.
Italian's cool too. They're super close. When I went to Italy a few times on vacation, I would speak Spanish to Italian people, and we had almost no trouble understanding each other. So there's that.
So you said that you've wanted to be an entrepreneur ever since you thought about getting a job. So has anyone ever doubted your plan, and how did you overcome that?
Have I, or has anyone else?
Both, yeah.
Yeah, everybody else doubts me every day of my life. And I am probably just too stupid to doubt myself. So no, I kind of always thought that it was just going to work out. If I didn't think that, I wouldn't have spent 6 years doing what I'm doing. I mean, it's been really hard. When people say starting a business is tough, the toughest thing you'll ever do. For me, that was true, especially because when we started, I had no idea how to do anything. I didn't know websites or internet or sales. I didn't know how the whole wholesale retail market worked. Manufacturing, no clue. So everything that we did was at first we're making everything ourselves, and then we're literally painting on lacquer to finish the product. products, shipping them out ourselves. And then, we went through a partner buyout and moved out of the warehouse. And then we found someone that did all of our manufacturing and someone that would ship our products. And it's like where we are now is just, I think about when we started and I'm like, oh my God, it's not even, we've come so far that, being an entrepreneur, you constantly just go, should I keep doing this or is this going to fail? But giving it up has never been an option for me because I believe in what we're doing. Did that answer the question or was that like a really long rant?
That's good.
So obviously you've learned a lot along the way. So is there something that you know today that you wish you had known when you first started?
Yeah, about a million things. But kind of funny, Sravya. The mission of UIF, where we met, is to provide mentorship to young entrepreneurs. And I think that is actually the advice I give to everyone I know that's starting a business. Don't start it until you have someone that can kind of guide you through some of these pitfalls, because I never had a mentor and I still kind of don't. I have people that I bounce ideas off of, but you don't have to make every mistake on your own. Mm-hmm. I'm not too proud that I need to do that. I would have much rather had someone just go do this and that and this, and you don't need to do this. And I've been like, okay, cool. So I would say, definitely one is have a mentor. Two would be, you have to be introspective. You constantly have to ask yourself if what you're doing makes sense, if the market's big enough, if the product is really good. A lot of people get so attached to their products that they can't ask those questions in an unbiased way. And they get, I worked with a few people that they have this product and it's going to be like $100 to manufacture, and they're fully invested $100,000 into it. And then you do like quick market research and the same product is available to buy for $20. Mm-hmm. At that point you go, ugh, you're not really, you're not on a good path.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Brownie.
Yep. Do you guys have any more questions?
No, good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting.
That was quick.
Yeah. Thanks. I learned a lot actually, even after working with you all summer. Yeah.
Thanks. I hope so. I felt bad because I was so busy the whole time that we were working together, but you were phenomenal. You did really awesome stuff for me, so I really appreciate that.
Thanks, Evan. It was awesome working with you.
And if I have enough money one day, I will be hiring for sure.
I tell everyone about, because I told them about how you started like Bodhi Rings and the entire story. Cause you're really inspirational, the story and the mission that you have, the company. Yeah.
Thanks, Sravya. That was a lot.
So thank you for sharing your story with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome. So what's the project that you're doing?
So
we interview an entrepreneur. That's about it.
Project done.
Yeah. It's very open-ended because she likes to have her class where we can go out and kind of experience real world, talk to real people, and like bring in speakers into our class that you learn more about what it actually is like. Sorry, my dog is crazy.
I'll leave you with one note. I always do a lot of thinking about like where the future of the country is going and the world, and especially with being like us, you ladies are even younger than me, but we're kind of the next generation to run the country. And I think it's important for us to ask, not only should we be doing stuff, you see products and you're like, God, that's so bad for the environment and unnecessary, and it's so much time spent on something that's not really helping anyone. Big things now is just not spending any time on something that isn't going to make some sort of positive impact. So an important message for everyone.
Yeah, I really appreciate how all your
yes.
products are eco-friendly. I really like that.
Yeah, thanks.
Awesome.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me to do stuff that's not
Yeah.
You know, it's like, would you like pull down your roof in your house to build a fire? Like, no, you know, you gotta protect your home. So yeah, Emily's looking up.
Okay. Thank you for your time. It was a pleasure.
Cool. Thanks. If you have any other questions, let me know.
Okay. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
And good
You
luck.
ladies, you too.
Bye.